Number 1. The 1972 Ford Ranger XLT F100, listed for $6,500 and found under the Georgia sun in Savannah. This long bed, two-wheel drive workhorse carries everything we love about early 70s Ford trucks. Bold lines, big power, and that unmistakable blue-collar attitude that's never gone out of style. Under the hood, this F100 is packing serious muscle. A big block 460 V8 paired with AC6 automatic transmission. That a legendary combination for torque, strength, and reliability. Fire it up, and you'll hear the deep rumble of a truck built to move mountains. With its MSD ignition blaster coil and shorty headers feeding into a full exhaust, this Ranger doesn't just run, it roars. The engine has been treated to some nice upgrades, including a high-torque starter, ARP studs, and an electric choke carburetor, giving you smooth starts and instant power on tap. The owner says it runs and drives great, and it's clear this truck has more than enough character to turn heads wherever it goes. With 88,888 miles, it's got the kind of wear that tells stories, not the kind that ends them. The air conditioning blows strong, though it could use a recharge, and the manual windows roll down just the way they should. The headlights and tail lights work. 2, meaning it's ready to hit the road day or night. Yes, it's got a little rust here and there, but that's part of its charm. The frame is solid. The patina is authentic, and the whole truck has that old school, been-through-it-all personality that modern trucks can only dream of. You can restore it to showroom glory, black out the hood and roof for a retro muscle truck vibe, or leave it just the way it is, a raw, loud, honest piece of automotive history. This Ford comes with a new fuel tank and a few other recent touches that make it road ready. And the best part? The seller says, no trades, cash only, and drive it home. That tells you everything. This is a museum piece. It's a driver's truck, ready for anyone who wants to feel the road, smell the exhaust, and hear the heartbeat of American steel. The 1972 Ford Ranger XLT F100 isn't just another classic pickup. It's the kind of machine that reminds you why you fell in love with trucks in the first place. That mix of power, simplicity, and presence that never fades. Whether you restore it, customize it, or just cruise it as is, this old Ranger is proof that true craftsmanship never goes out of style. For $6,500, you're not just buying a truck. You're buying a legend that's still got plenty of stories left to tell. Number 2. The 1982 Chevrolet C10 long bed, listed for $7,000 and found in Flora, Illinois. With 182,000 miles on the clock and an automatic transmission, this C10 is a classic workhorse that's been well cared for and comes with something rare, a full history. The owner has documentation for every bit of work ever done to this truck, right down to the last oil change. That's the kind of record keeping that tells you you're not just buying a truck, you're buying a piece of its story. Under the hood, this Chevy has been kept in top shape with plenty of fresh updates. The upper A-arms and tie rods were replaced just last summer, giving the suspension a smoother, tighter feel. It's sporting new chrome valve covers and gaskets, adding a touch of shine to the classic small block look. And while the air conditioning is currently out, every single part you'll need to reinstall it comes included. A solid bonus for anyone who wants a comfortable cruiser when the summer heat rolls in. This C10 doesn't whisper, it rumbles, thanks to its true dual exhaust system with glass packs, giving it that deep, throaty tone that every Chevy fan loves to hear. A brand new driver's side window has been installed, and the truck even features power windows and door locks, a luxury for its time. Sure, it's got a bit of the typical Chevy rust that comes with age, but that's part of its character. A badge of honor for a truck that's been driven, not hidden away. The long bed gives it plenty of utility, whether you're hauling, cruising, or just showing off that classic square body silhouette that made these trucks icons of their era. The stance, the lines, the sound, it's everything you'd expect from an early 80s Chevy. Tough, timeless, and ready to keep rolling for decades more. At $7,000, it's priced right for someone who wants a clean, well-documented classic without breaking the bank. Whether you plan to restore it, daily drive it, or just keep it as a weekend cruiser, this 1982 Chevrolet C 10 long bed offers a perfect mix of reliability, personality, and old-school American style. It's more than a truck, it's a survivor. And if you know your classics, you know that square-body Chevys like this one are becoming harder to find every year, especially in running, driving condition with a paper trail this complete. This one's ready to fire up, hit the road, and keep the Chevy legacy alive, one rumbling mile at a time.
1878 F-150, two-wheel drive, long bed, 12-hour HFBs, has a 460 in it, all new paint.
Number 3. The 1978 Ford F-150 long bed, listed for $14,999 and located in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Showing just 48,000 miles and fitted with an automatic transmission, this isn't just any old pickup. It's a big block 460-powered Ford, the kind of truck that defined muscle and reliability in the era when chrome and steel ruled the road. This F-150 came from an estate owned by an older gentleman who cared for it for more than 30 years. That kind of long-term ownership tells a story of loyalty and pride, a man and his truck, keeping each other going through the decades. The current sellers brought it out after his passing, and what they found was a solid, well-kept machine that still runs and drives strong. The 460 big block engine fires right up, and it runs with the deep, confident tone you'd expect from Ford's most legendary power plant. It's a two-wheel drive model with an 8-foot bed, perfect for anyone who loves that classic long bed look, practical, balanced, and unmistakably old school. The paint is newer, giving the truck a clean, refreshed appearance without losing its original charm. It's not a show truck, but it shows well with straight lines, solid panels, and the kind of stance that makes you glance twice when it rolls by. A lot of new work has already been done to keep it dependable. It's got new parts up front, a brand new battery, and a fresh oil change, ready to roll for the next adventure. It could use a few finishing touches, an exhaust routed out the back, and a horn fixed to meet Pennsylvania inspection requirements. But mechanically and structurally, this truck is solid. The kind of truck that feels like it could idle all day or pull a house down if it had to. The 8-foot bed is in good shape, too, showing that it was used responsibly over the years. Never abused, just appreciated. Trucks like this were built before computers, before plastic interiors, before trucks became luxury items. This one is pure steel and purpose, the way Ford intended. At $14,999, this F-150 offers something you can't buy new anymore: real character. It's the kind of classic pickup that turns heads for its simplicity, not its screens or gadgets. And for the right buyer, it's even open to trade for an old Mustang of equal value, a deal that speaks to the seller's love for genuine American classics. This isn't just a used truck. It's a time capsule from the golden age of Ford engineering. With a little exhaust work and some small tweaks, it's ready to keep doing what it was built for, hauling, cruising, and reminding the world what real trucks used to be. If you're looking for an honest, big block Ford with a story behind it and the kind of power you can feel in your chest, this 1978 F-150 long bed is the one to watch. It's got history, heart, and horsepower. A true working-class legend from the days when every mile meant something. Number 4. The 1994 Ford F-350, proudly listed at $15,000 and located in Rosenberg, Texas. She's not just another diesel workhorse. She's a personalized powerhouse built to turn heads and pull weight with equal authority. Under the hood sits the heart of Ford's durability legacy. The 7.3-liter International Turbo Diesel, a motor known across generations for its torque, its growl, and its unshakable reliability. This engine is just over 205,000 miles, and if you know the 7.3S, that's barely middle-aged. Backing it up is the ZF5 manual transmission, giving the driver total control over that diesel grunt, the kind of hands-on experience modern trucks just can't replicate. Oh well, Betty doesn't just perform, she looks the part too, painted in a bold bend-me blue. This truck has a commanding presence that stands out even among the modern giants on the road. Up front, it wears a 2022 F-250 chrome bumper, fitted using CP Addicts brackets, a subtle modern touch that adds shine without losing its classic character. Around back, you'll find CP Addicts clear taillights and a full LED setup, blending vintage muscle with today's clarity and style. Then there's a Cervini cowl hood, giving that unmistakable raised center profile, hinting at the power breathing beneath it, rolling strong on custom-cut Alcoa wheels, wrapped with new rear tires, and dressed with fresh hub covers and lug caps. This truck rides on a 4-inch skyscraper lift, giving it a stance that commands attention wherever it goes. Mechanically, it's well cared for. It's got a 5-inch exhaust for that deep diesel tone, a Holley fuel pump for reliable delivery, and dual Optima red top batteries to keep the current flowing strong. The front end's been refreshed with new ball joints and bushings, so it drives tight and solid, ready for the next long haul. And inside, the comfort's there too, ice-cold AC, tinted windows, and an interior that's currently being reupholstered, giving this truck a refreshed cabin to match its strong exterior. The owner even includes a stack of brand new extras still in their boxes, from a billet shifter and knob to a chrome grille, headlight bezels, and new front LEDs and cab lights. It's all ready for the next owner to complete the final touches and make OL Betty shine like she's fresh off the line. The best part? It comes with a clean Texas title in hand, ready for the next enthusiast to take her home. Trucks like this don't just represent a bygone era. They remind us what it felt like when driving meant power, pride, and connection to the road. So, if you're after a 7.3 turbo diesel F-350 with personality, history, and just the right mix of restoration and custom flair, OL Betty from Rosenberg might just be your next legend on 4 wheels. She's not just a truck, she's a statement. Number 5. The 1972 Chevrolet C10 Cheyenne, listed for $19,500 and sitting proudly in Smyrna, Delaware. With just over 122,000 miles on the clock, this truck carries the unmistakable presence of a classic that's been loved, driven, and preserved the right way. Beneath the hood sits Chevrolet's tried-and-true 350 cubic inch V8, paired with a 3-speed manual transmission. That classic 3-on-the-tree setup that gives you a direct mechanical feel to road. No computers, no gimmicks, just steel, muscle, and simplicity. And yes, it's got power steering and power brakes, making it one of those rare classics that blends vintage charm with real-world drivability. What makes this C10 stand out isn't just its performance, it's the originality. The seller proudly calls it as close to original as you can find. And that's not something you hear often anymore. The lines are straight, the chrome shines with honest patina, and every panel reflects that timeless 70s Chevy styling. The squared stance, the bold grille, and the unmistakable Cheyenne trim that said this truck meant business. Slide inside and you're greeted by the simplicity that made these trucks iconic. A clean bench seat, no frills dash, manual shifter in easy reach, and that unmistakable Chevy steering wheel staring back at you. Everything about it feels authentic, like stepping into a time capsule from an era when trucks were built to last generations, not just model years. Out on the open road, this Chevy still knows how to work. But it's just as happy to cruise down Main Street or pull into a local car show. The 350 V8 burbles with that deep, confident tone only a small block can make, and the manual gearbox gives you full control over every ounce of its old-school torque. Whether you're looking for a showpiece, a weekend cruiser, or simply a connection to the golden age of American pickups, the 72C10 Cheyenne checks every box. It's rare to find one this clean, this original, and this ready to drive. Not a restoration project, not a rat rod, just a true survivor. In a world where trucks have become more about technology than toughness, the 1972 C10 Cheyenne reminds us where it all started, with honest craftsmanship, dependable power, and a design that's never gone out of style. This isn't just a pickup. It's a piece of Chevrolet history that still runs like it was built yesterday. And for $19,500, it's ready for someone new to grab the wheel and keep that legacy rolling. Number 6. The 1978 GMC 1500 Regular Cab Long Bed, listed for $4,150 and currently parked in Butler, Pennsylvania. It's been driven a modest 83,000 miles, backed by an automatic transmission, and it still runs strong enough to handle everyday driving or long highway hauls without breaking a sweat. Under the hood, it packs a reliable 305 V8 paired with a TH350 transmission, a setup known for its rugged dependability and straightforward power delivery. This truck isn't about flash or speed. It's about confidence. The kind that comes from an engine that starts every morning, a drivetrain that's been proven for decades, and an owner who clearly knows how to keep it running right. This GMC C15 has been inspected through October 2026, which already tells you how road ready it is. The cab is clean, with the floors freshly redone just this summer, and inside, you'll find new carpet and a reupholstered steering wheel that gives a tidy, refreshed look. The bed floor is rust-free, a rare find for any truck of this era, though the bedside shows some typical rust of the lower fenders. Honest where that tells the story of a pickup that's seen real use, not just showrooms. The hood is rust-free, and while the paint has been redone from its original tan to red, it wears that slightly rough, sun-age finish that gives it undeniable character. But this truck doesn't just come as is. It's a mechanic's dream package, with lots of spare parts included. There's a second dash, along with extra brake and driveline components, giving you the perfect head start if you're looking to tinker, upgrade, or restore. And if you're looking for more power, the seller even offers an LQ4 6.0-liter engine that can be bundled with the truck for an extra price. A tempting option if you've got LS swap dreams in mind. What really sets this 1978 GMC apart, though, is how solidly it still performs. The seller recently took it on a 4-hour round trip to deliver parts, and it handled the journey without a hitch, a clear sign this classic isn't just for looks. It's currently a daily driver, ready to fire up and roll wherever you point it. At $4,150 or best offer, it's a great entry point into vintage truck ownership, affordable, usable, and full of potential. And for those with a taste for something European, the owner's open to trades for German, Swedish, or British vehicles, adding another layer of intrigue to the deal. This 1978 GMC 1500 may wear a few rough edges, but that's what makes it so authentic. It's a hard-working, honest old pickup that's already proven it can go the distance. And with little care, it's got plenty more stories left to tell. Number 7. The 1978 Ford F-150 short bed, priced at $8,500 and located in Simpsonville, South Carolina. Now here's a great example of a late 70s American workhorse that still brings plenty of style and muscle to the road. This 1978 Ford F-150 short bed packs the legendary 302 cubic inch V8 engine paired with an automatic transmission, and it's ready to fire up and drive. It's equipped with long tube headers and Flowmaster 40 mufflers, giving it that deep, throaty exhaust note that every classic truck enthusiast loves to hear. According to the owner, this F-150 runs and drives well, with a lot of recent maintenance already taken care of. Under the hood and underneath the truck, you'll find new belts and hoses, a 4-row radiator for better cooling, and freshly replaced pivot arm and radius arm bushings, all solid upgrades that improve both handling and ride comfort. The fuel system has also been gone through, with a new sending unit, vent hoses, filler neck hoses, and fuel lines. On top of that, the rear brakes and brake master cylinder are brand new, ensuring this pickup not only moves with power, but also stops with confidence. Cosmetically, the truck shows well for its age. It's not a showpiece, but it's solid, straight, and full of classic Ford character. With around 100,000 miles on the clock, this old-school short bed still has plenty of life left in it. The clean South Carolina title makes it an easy buy for someone looking to add a dependable classic to their garage. As a bonus, the sale includes an extra 351 Windsor engine and AC, 4 transmission. Both will need rebuilding, but they're excellent additions for anyone thinking about a performance swap or future project. That means you can enjoy the truck as it sits, reliable, powerful, and already running strong, or take it to the next level with a bigger motor down the line. The sellers made it clear, no trades and no lowball offers. This truck is priced fairly for what it is. A clean, well-kept, and nicely maintained 1978 Ford F-150 short bed that's ready to drive today. Whether you're into weekend cruising, small restoration projects, or just love the look and sound of vintage Ford the 5.8, this truck delivers on all fronts. At $8,500, it's a great value for anyone chasing a piece of American pickup history. A classic body style, a strong running engine, and plenty of charm. This is a truck that's ready to work, play, or simply turn heads wherever it goes. Number 8. The 1974 International Harvester 100, priced at $11,000, located in Glencoe, Oklahoma. Now here's a real survivor from the golden age of American trucks. A 1974 International Harvester 100 4x4, proudly wearing its decades of history. This one's all about authenticity. Under the hood, it's powered by the original 345 cubic inch V8 engine, paired with a T19 4-speed manual transmission and a solid transfer case, sending power to a Dana 44 front axle with disc brakes and a Dana 60 rear axle. Everything about this drivetrain is original, untouched, and true to its 1970s heritage. This particular Harvester carries a unique story. The white arrow paint scheme wasn't factory. It was added by the dealership back in the day because this truck actually served as their shop truck. The current owner is only the second owner, and the truck has spent its entire life within 30 miles of Perry, Oklahoma. That kind of local history is rare, and it's part of what makes this pickup so special. The bed has been Raptor lined for durability, while the interior has received just the right amount of love and attention. It's got a new headliner and reupholstered factory IH bucket seats with a fold-down center console and storage compartment, keeping that period-correct look intact. Even the factory air conditioning is still there. The compressor and blower both work, though they'll need a little TLC to get fully functional again. Mechanically, the only major upgrade is a Bill Hamilton fuel injection system, improving reliability and drivability, while keeping the old-school charm of that burly V8. Otherwise, this truck remains remarkably original. Yes, it has a few small rust spots here and there, but for an international Harvester this age, that's minimal. The seller doesn't sugarcoat it. This is a 51-year-old truck with personality. It leaks a little oil. It's had a few dents and scratches, but it's a good, honest machine that starts every time and goes wherever you point it. It's been cared for, not pampered, and that's exactly how a vintage IH should be. At $11,000 or best offer, this is a rare opportunity to own a truly unmolested original survivor from one of America's most rugged truck makers. For collectors or enthusiasts looking for something different from usual Fords and Chevys, this 1974 International Harvester 100 is pure mechanical history on 4 wheels, tough raw, and ready for the next adventure. Number 9. The 1991 Dodge D250 Regular Cab, priced at $14,000, located in Wichita, Kansas. Here's a true survivor from the early 90s, a 1991 Dodge D250 Regular Cab, a truck that perfectly captures the era when Dodge was building workhorses meant to last a lifetime. This one's something special, a one-owner truck with only 150,000 original miles, and it's been garage kept its entire life. That kind of preservation is rare for any pickup of this age, and it shows the level of care it's received over the decades. Under the hood, this D250 carries a dependable automatic transmission, known for its smooth shifts and durability. Whether it's towing, hauling, or just cruising down the highway, this truck delivers a kind of rugged reliability Dodge was famous for before the Ram name ever hit the tailgate. Being dealer service from day one, everything about this truck tells a story of careful ownership. The paint still holds its original shine, the body panels are straight, and the interior, likely featuring that classic Dodge bench seat and simple, tough dash, remains a time capsule of early 90s American design. You can tell this one wasn't abused, modified, or left out to fade in the elements. It's been preserved, not just driven. For anyone who appreciates originality and honest craftsmanship, this D250 stands tall as one of the cleanest examples you'll find today. It's the kind of truck you could drive straight from the garage to a weekend show and still rely on for daily duty. Whether you're a collector hunting for an untouched classic or just someone who loves old-school Dodge trucks, this one's worth a closer look. At $14,000, it's not just another old pickup. It's a piece of well-kept history, representing an era when Dodge trucks earned their stripes through grit and longevity. The seller keeps it simple. If you're serious, reach out for more info. This 1991 Dodge D250 is ready for its next caretaker, someone who understands that true survivors like this don't come around often. Number 10, the 1978 Ford F-150 short bed, listed for $16,000 and located in Clayton, Michigan. Here we have a classic workhorse from Ford's golden age of pickups, a 1978 Ford F-150 short bed 4x4, a truck that still carries that unmistakable late 70s attitude, square, strong, and built to last. This one shows just over 53,000 miles, and it's powered by a dependable V8 engine paired with an automatic transmission, making it both capable and easy to drive. This F-150 represents a time when trucks were still simple, honest machines. No touchscreens, no driver assist, just solid American steel and torque under your right foot. The seller says it runs and drives well, a testament to Ford's old-school reliability. It's also had a few key updates to keep it road-ready, including a new carburetor and a new steering box, which help ensure smoother starts and tighter control behind the wheel. Visually, this short bed F-150 carries the kind of patina and personality only time can create. The seller is upfront that some rust is visible in the photos, but that's almost expected from a 47-year-old pickup, especially one that's been used the way Ford intended. What's important here is that it's still complete, still running strong, and still wearing its character with pride. This 1978 model year sits right at the tail end of Ford's sixth-generation F-Series, a generation celebrated for its rugged design and mechanical simplicity. Whether you're looking for a classic weekend driver, a reliable 4x4 take off-road, or the perfect base for a vintage restoration project, this truck checks the boxes. The short bed configuration adds extra appeal, giving a sportier stance and making a favor among collectors and hot rod builders alike. At $16,000, the 78 F-150 is more than just a nostalgic pickup. It's a piece of Americana that still earns respect wherever it goes. For anyone who loves the rumble of an old V8 and the feel of a classic truck that's as real as they come, this one's ready for its next chapter. Number 11, the 1966 Ford F-250 Camper Special, listed at $10,000 and located in Port Crane, New York. Here's a real piece of Ford history, a 1966 Ford F-250 Camper Special, a truck that embodies the spirit of mid-century American adventure. Built to haul campers, boats, and memories across the open highway, this F-250 remains all original, a true survivor that has stood the test of time. With 134,000 miles on the odometer and a manual transmission, it's still running, driving, and waiting for its next owner to take the wheel. This particular F-250 represents Ford's last model year before the switch to more squared-off 67 design, meaning it carries the classic rounded styling and chrome details of the early 60s. The Camper Special Package added extra cooling, heavier-duty suspension, and upgraded wiring, all meant for serious hauling. Today, it stands as one of those rare trucks that's managed to escape the fate of rust, modification, or neglect, remaining remarkably original inside and out. The seller notes that it's been very well taken care of, and that care shows. The body lines are straight, the chrome trim still gleams, and the truck fires up and moves under its own power. It's not a barn find that's been forgotten. It's a driver that's been preserved. In the world of vintage pickups, that makes all the difference. Behind the wheel, you'll find the kind of honest mechanical experience that modern trucks can't replicate. A firm clutch, a long shifter throw, the low burble of an old-school V8 or straight six working through the gears. It's a driving experience that feels like stepping back in time, where every mile connects you to the road, the machine, and the history beneath your hands. At $10,000 flat, non-negotiable, this isn't just a truck. It's a rolling time capsule. Whether you're a collector looking for an original survivor or a classic truck enthusiast who wants something to actually drive and enjoy, this 1966 Ford F-250 Camper Special delivers authenticity in every sense. All it needs, as the seller says, is a driver. Number 12. The 1987 Ford F-150 XLT pickup. Listed at $11,500 and located in Asheville, North Carolina. This 1987 Ford F-150 XLT marks a turning point in Ford's pickup legacy, the first year of the 8th-generation F-Series, when the company began blending its classic toughness with a touch of refinement. With just over 102,000 miles on the odometer and a manual transmission, this one has lived a long but careful life, and it still runs, drives, and stops just as a real Ford should. The truck was an older paint job, showing its years with pride rather than pretense, and the body remains solid and rust-free. No small feat for a pickup that's seen nearly 4 decades of service. The lines are straight, the stance confident, and the overall look carries that unmistakable 80s Ford toughness. Squared-off fenders, chrome trim, and a grille that means business. Sitting on almost new tires, this F-150 still looks ready to clock in and get to work. Under the hood, it's the kind of simple, dependable engineering that made Ford trucks famous. Easy to maintain, built to last, and honest in every sense. It's low-geared, perfect for towing, farm work, or just cruising with that steady torque that these trucks are known for. While the rear fuel tank, air conditioning, and horn currently need attention, everything else functions well enough to make it a reliable weekend driver or restoration candidate. Step inside, and you'll find that classic XLT cabin, a blend of durability and comfort from a time before touchscreens and plastic panels took over. Big, sturdy controls, a long shifter that moves with purpose, and that unmistakable scent of aged Ford vinyl. It's all part of the charm. Priced at $11,500, this F-150 offers more than just nostalgia. It's a reminder of when trucks were built to last, and when simplicity meant dependability. In a market flooded with overcomplicated modern rigs, this 1987 Ford F-150 XLT stands proud as a genuine, rust-free survivor that still knows how to work, or just take you for a slow, satisfying drive down a Carolina back road. Number 13. The 1971 Ford F-150 Long Bed. Listed at $7,000 and located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Here's a 1971 Ford F-150 long bed that wears its age with the kind of honesty only a real working truck can. With 137,000 miles on the clock and a 360 cubic inch V8 on the hood, this is one of those old Fords that still fires right up, settles into a deep idle, and reminds you why the Blue Oval built its reputation on durability. The automatic transmission shifts smoothly, and yes, the air conditioning still blows, which is no small bonus on a truck more than 50 years old. Originally a Tennessee truck, It's as solid as they come for its age, with straight body lines and clean exterior panels that still show well. Step a little closer, though, and you'll find some rot in the bed floor and floor pans. Honest flaws for a workhorse that's seen decades of use. Still, the frame and body carry that rugged, old-school Ford stance, and it sits confidently on a set of good tires, ready for the next drive or the next job. The 360 V8 paired with a long bed gives this truck its old-school charm and power. Perfect for hauling, cruising, or just showing off that classic 71 look with its bold grille and square shoulder fenders. Inside, it's all business. A straightforward bench seat, durable materials, and that no-nonsense Ford layout that reminds you this truck was built for work, not luxury. This 1971 F-150 is a true survivor, not a showpiece, but a genuine piece of American pickup history. The kind of truck that still starts, drives, and stops without fuss, even after half a century. Whether you want to restore it, use it as a daily work rig, or just enjoy it as is for weekend cruises, it's a great example of Ford's early 70s muscle and mechanical simplicity. At $7,000, it's an affordable entry into classic truck ownership, one that's as real and unpretentious as the men who built it. In a world full of over-polished restorations, this one stands proud as a good, solid, Tennessee-born Ford that's still got plenty of road left in its story. Number 14, the 1980 Ford F-150 4x4 long bed. Listed for $800 and located in Bryant's Store, Kentucky. Here's a real backwoods workhorse, a 1980 Ford F-150 4x4 long bed. The kind of old truck that spent its life doing exactly what it was built for, hauling wood, getting muddy, and never complaining about a hard day's work. This one isn't a showpiece or a collector's truck. It's an $800 piece of honest Kentucky iron, a tough old rig that still has plenty of grit left in it. Under the hood sits a 351 V8, Ford's trusted power plant from the glory days of carbureted torque and mechanical simplicity. It's been used around the property, mainly for moving wood, and though the fuel pump is out, the truck will start and run with ether, proof there's still life in that engine. It runs and moves, but you'll need to replace the pump to get it driving under its own power again. For someone who loves wrenching on classic Fords, this could be a weekend project with real payoff. The 4x4 drivetrain adds to its appeal. These early Ford WD F-150s are known for their brute strength and simple, reliable setups. Even after decades, the bones of this truck are strong. The long bed still offers all the utility you'd expect from a vintage hauler, perfect for firewood tools or just standing tall at a local meet once it's cleaned up. Sure, the title was junked years ago, but for someone looking for a farm truck, property rig, or parts donor, that might not matter. It's the kind of machine you can park by the barn, fix up piece by piece, and know that it'll always fire up when you need it most. Trucks like this are more than just metal. They're memories of hard work, grit, and reliability. For $800, you're not buying perfection. You're buying potential, nostalgia, and a slice of Ford's working-class legacy. If you got the tools, a bit of time, and a love for classic blue ovals, this old 1980 F-150 could be your next great garage story, a forgotten workhorse waiting to haul again on the back roads of Kentucky. Number 15, the 1972 Ford F-150 Regular Cab long bed. Listed for $15,000 and located in Danville, Kentucky. If you're looking for a classic 4x for that blends rugged charm with real mechanical heart, this 1972 Ford F-100 Sport Custom might be the one to catch your eye and your imagination. Born and raised in Oregon before finding its way to Kentucky, this truck has that perfect mix of weathered honesty and well-loved restoration that classic Ford fans crave. Underneath that long bed and solid stance sits a manual transmission paired with power steering and power brakes, giving it that old-school driving feel that's tough to find today. The owner's been hands-on with the details, too. Since 2018, the front end's been rebuilt. The truck's gotten a new cam, timing chain, oil pump, and carburetor, along with a Griffin radiator to keep that heart running cool. It's the kind of work that shows you this machine's been cared for, not just kept. The interior's been refreshed as well. featuring a new retro sound radio, a clean instrument cluster bezel, and fresh door seals and anti-rattlers to make every drive a little smoother. Even the small details, like the new 15 by 10 US mag slots, fresh front and rear bumpers, and a Saginaw power steering pump, hint that the current owner didn't just maintain it. They loved it. Sure, she's got a few quirks. A bit of oil seeping from the rear of the intake since the cast iron 4-barrel swap in 2018, and some rust in the hood lip, bed front, and passenger cowl, but that's the kind of character you expect in a 50-year-old Ford. After all, the cab mounts are solid, the Posy-Track 9-inch rear end is intact, and the truck still wears its history proudly, even showing signs of 2 repaints somewhere along the way. And for those who love tinkering or customizing, the owner even has extra part available for a bit more cash: a hood, tailgate, painless wiring harness kit, and a brand new front windshield. At $15,000, this 1972 F-100 isn't just another old pickup. It's a story of endurance, care, and good old-fashioned craftsmanship. A truck that's seen America's back roads, worked hard, aged with grace, and still turns heads with its stance and soul. Whether you're restoring it to perfection or driving it as is, this Ford's got all the makings of a classic you'll want to hold on to.